Welcome to the discussion. My guest today, Vince Sotosanti, the Federal Principal Consultant for FirstNet at AT&T. Vince, welcome to the discussion.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Chris Algier, the Director of Federal and National Programs, First Responder Network Authority. Chris, welcome to the discussion.
Hey, thanks, Jason. Looking forward to the talk.
And Rob Patterson, the Senior Executive Director of Public Safety, AT&T. Rob, welcome to the discussion as well.
Thanks, Jason.
Vince, when we talk about FirstNet, it's not just, hey, I'm going to pick my phone or go to my log on my computer. There's a growing connected devices, Internet of Things, are really starting to play a role in making FirstNet much, much more valuable. Whether we're talking about videos or asset tracking or just biometric screening or whatever, talk a little bit about the role that you see IoT, connected devices, playing on FirstNet, helping first responders meet their mission.
Yeah, so IoT really is an exciting opportunity for public safety because when you think about IoT, it's all about the ability to really have a full connected environment. That environment is only as good as the network that's supporting it. And that's where FirstNet really changes the game when we look at IoT, right? Now we have a situation where public safety can be more effective. FirstNet can be more effective operationally for public safety because when you start thinking about items such as video surveillance, asset tracking, weapons censoring, chemical censoring, those are all very critical mission-related elements. How do I, from a public safety perspective, have oversight and visibility into that? Situational awareness, if you will. Maybe a common operating picture. IoT changes all of that. And IoT partnered with FirstNet is that big difference. Because now, as I said, we have a network that truly, from the ground up, meets the needs of public safety. So public safety can now leverage IoT. It really brings in that opportunity now for the connected first responder.
So I go back to, again, the conversation of, the platform is there, their foundational block is set. The exciting part of this and coming out of this public safety environment is that because you now have a platform that is capable, these conversations expand out.
What are you hearing from your government customers, your public safety customers about, oh, I didn't realize I can do that too?
Yeah, it's a great point because when you start thinking about now with FirstNet being the platform to effectively harness IoT, what can you do with it? And those possibilities are truly endless, right? So having a truly full connected environment, we start with FirstNet kind of being that foundation, and then we start working with those public safety customers and understanding what are the elements that they necessarily manage or need to connect to, and how do we integrate that into FirstNet? So it's very much starting with that consultation, understanding the true picture of public safety and what they're having to manage. I mentioned the smart city or the smart base. I'll give you the use case of this scenario where in a city or a base environment, maybe we have a shooting type situation. You could have that military police officer or police officer pull his or her badge from their holster, and that creates a complete triggering effect where their body camera goes on. All of the pole cameras in that city block now purposely point to that officer, for example. That really gets into the whole connected environment. And when you start talking about those conversations, that's when the light bulb goes off. And some of these customers start realizing, hey, what about this? Or can we do this?
The FirstNet Authority developed a workshop program, right? So we wanted to be able to do a lot of the things that Vince was talking about. We put together workshop programs where we can go into an agency, and our real goal here is to pull in sometimes other elements within their organization that they don't normally talk to. So we need the enterprise owner in there. We need the CIOs in there. We need the CISOs in there. We need all those people in there that are going to be data-driven people that have a say in how that data gets delivered. To bring all of them together, we want to increase their understanding of what broadband can do for them. It's more than just a cell phone. We also want to be able to identify those operational capability gaps or maybe even mandates that they have to conduct a certain level of business that technologically they just don't have a way to get to that. And so we work with them in half-day, full-day, 2-day workshops to really map that out, help them better understand, and then allow them to go back and internally determine what's the best approach for us to achieve this. But now they've got that thing they've got that, hey, there's this FirstNet thing that I can use to help me get to where I need to go and to do it more efficiently.
I can recall sitting through meeting after meeting of a vendor had essentially completed some project. And then I can modify it and customize it. And it traditionally came at a significant cost, right, to do what it was. But what you would traditionally end up with at the end of the day is something that gets you about 80-85% of what you need. This is an effort which is unlike anything I had seen in my 30 years, which is AT&T and FirstNet, and quite frankly, the entire public safety community is building this together.